phone call voice.
I think
Hi,
we're
good
live.
evening. Welcome to the IBD and Ostomy Support Show. Tonight we have the beautiful, wonderful Jasmine Stacey. And we're all a full house except for Louise, who is incredibly busy and still struggling with her health. So let's all, hope that she gets better. And that she gets a break, because she doesn't give herself breaks. We are covering gifts for people, and we're going to talk a bit about Jasmine's fantastic achievement with her crowdfunder. And so that's pretty much what we're doing. This week has been doctor's appointments and long ass phone calls to Rachel, talking about crap as usual, preventing her from talking to Steve when he's at work, because why not? And it's been snowing up here quite a lot all day. It was really horrible yesterday, and now it's actually laid today.
Did you make the snowman with Rara?
No, because Stephen didn't get in till 5:30, and it was dark then.
Oh.
So, but it's still currently snowing.
Is it still snowing? What
Yeah,
it's still snowing.
Yeah, it's been snowing since like 9 o'clock this morning.
It never snows down south ever. Never ever.
No.
And if you do, it's not enough to make a snowman.
No, I had a thing pop up on my Facebook. Do you know, like the memories thing so many years ago, and it was Essex like this much under snow.
Wow.
I was like, my car's under there somewhere, like in this picture I'd taken. I was like, oh.
No, we don't often get that much, but I'm going to enjoy it. We're going to go out tomorrow and finish looking for these angels in the village. That all the businesses of our village have done. Yeah, they've done little. They've all got a letter on them, and they spell out something. And there's over 25 shops. I was saying to my friend yesterday, we didn't even realise there was 25 shops, let alone 10. But we've actually got about 30, which is pretty insane because we're tiny.
In your village?
So yeah, in my village. So that's pretty much it. I'll pass you over to Natalie.
Hello. Well, I've been pretty busy. It's been good. It's been a good week. I'm feeling a bit brighter. One day last week, I didn't wake up till 10 to 1 in the afternoon. So I think it's safe to say I've caught up on my sleep. I'm in my pyjamas, and I wasn't meant to be, but I've just had a bit of an accident trying to burp my bag, which went slightly wrong.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Yeah, I can get changed and washed, and then reading my bag and all that. So yeah, I've been out today with my mum for some lunch, which was lovely. We went shopping. Been to see Steve. He's doing okay. Still waiting for his port to be put in, so fingers crossed that won't be too long, and then he can come home. What else have I been up to? I'm going to get the boys tomorrow, so I've been like planning loads of Christmas stuff that we're going to do this weekend. I put the tree up, which is looking very pretty. They have their own tree to decorate. I have this thing, I can't let the boys decorate my tree, and when they try, I have to then take it all off and redo it. So I brought them a tree for their room this year to get around that fact. So we'll be doing that this weekend. Trying to think what else. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to mention. Oh, I'll pass you on to Rachel.
Thank you. Thanks, Nat. I'll try and get this off so I can see. Hi, right, okay. Hi, I'm Rachel, and it's just gone off again, aka Rockin' Two Stomas. I'm still currently in Birmingham. I was meant to go Tuesday, but the uni talk I was going to do on a Wednesday fell through, so I decided to stay till Friday. So I've just been resting, really, trying to get some. I've got a blog post out coming out tomorrow, and I've managed to do a little bit of blog, but I've just really rested the last couple of weeks and just tried to chill out and not stress about stuff and just try and rest a little bit, because my head's a bit mental at the moment, so I just need to just calm it down. And then next week, just try and plan myself a little bit better and go home. So that's all I've been up to, really. Haven't done too much. It's just been nice to just get away and stay up here and sort of get away from down Bournemouth with stuff happening there. So yeah, that's it really. How about you, Steve?
Me? Oh, I've done nothing.
Yeah.
I've been lazy, right, lazy little shit. Now I'm working as normal, looking after Rachel as normal.
You haven't looked after me.
Not a lot
Looked
doing,
after
to be fair.
you.
Haven't done any training, just push-ups. That's it. A little bit of collecting sponsorship. Not really a great deal, to be fair. No, nothing to report. So
Your
it's
methotrexate
on to you.
with the
My
with your hip.
methotrexate.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had to wait for that all week, and it didn't come. I've got it today, sort of 4 days late. My hip is starting to ache again, but we'll get onto it. It's Humira night tonight as well. That's pretty much it. I haven't got no news, to be fair. I've had quite a
You're not going to take them together.
chilled week. I'm afraid.
Yeah, and that we've had this discussion earlier.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take 24 hours. You're supposed to try and leave.
Really?
Yeah, don't take them together.
It'll knock you out.
I'll leave.
Trexate tonight because that's the late one, and you do that every week, and then take the Humira tomorrow. That's what I would do.
I'll do the Humira tomorrow then. I'll bear that in mind.
Because your methotrexate
Been told off alive.
That's going to be sorry.
Okay. I've had them anyway. No. If I was
Thank
sick,
you,
I can't
Nat.
moan about it, can I?
Jasmine
That's
joined
me,
as
really.
well.
Your immune system otherwise. But they say
Okay.
Right, Jasmine. What about you?
Jasmine, it's all about you.
What, this week?
Introduce
So,
yourself, woman.
Oh, my name's Jasmine, and I'm the owner of Jasmine Stacey Collection, and I design pants for people with ostomies. And some of you might know me. Well, these guys do, so it feels like you're in like a private little chat, and I forget that people are watching. So I forgot about that. But yeah, so I sell them online, and I've got a new collection which will be launched and sent out to all the people who pledged on my crowdfunder in 3 weeks' time. But yeah, so I've had a really, really busy week as well. I had a talk with lots of people in Coloplast, and I didn't go to work yesterday because I had a hospital appointment. And yeah, I've just been really busy just sorting out orders, printing off loads of stuff, doing all the really, really repetitive stuff, which the kind of things you don't see about a business. Things where you have to print off all the labels, print off all the invoices, get everything ready, prepare everything, and then get the steamer out and then start steaming stuff. See, all these little things. But yeah, and also I did a Christmas photo shoot on Monday as well, which was really, really good, with a girl called Megan, who's really quite poorly at the moment, and she did a really, really, really good job. So
Megan
yeah,
looks
that's my
stunning.
week.
amazing.
They were
great, didn't
beautiful
she?
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
looked
looks
great.
so good.
She was so tired by the end of it, bless her, but she really like pushed through. It was good. She was like, I've had 3,000 calories overnight, so I'm really ready. I was like, okay. Bless her, but it was really good. Yeah, it was really good. And
She
I'm
did look
excited to
absolutely
send.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she did. And I'm excited to send everything out as well to everyone. It's getting to that point where I'm like waiting for it to come now. I'm like getting it all prepared. And the same with the guy stuff. So I'm just got a lot going on. It's always busy.
I know Steve's excited to see the guy's stuff. He was on about it the other day.
Yeah, the guy stuff is getting there. I'm still trying to find the manufacturer for it, and then also I'm sorting out the branded elastic and stuff. And I've made some tweaks to the design and things. So yeah, it's getting there, slowly but surely. It's going good. It's going good. And I sent off an order to Texas today, which was nice.
Wow.
Texas.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty far, isn't it?
Because
isn't it?
someone pledged from Australia, didn't they?
I've had about 10 pledges from Australia.
Wow.
Jasmine, you're getting global. This is amazing.
I know. It's going worldwide.
I wonder how many were Crystal, like banging in the orders. But does anyone have any specific ostomy gift that they'd like for Christmas, or they think someone else would like for Christmas?
I ordered my own present for Christmas. and it was my pledge to Jasmine Stacey for my knickers.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to that.
Because I think mine would be the floral full set. It was sadly in between my paydays, so I couldn't pledge, but I would very much like the floral set for Christmas.
Can I just ask a question?
No, it's Steve watching.
No, it's Steve watching. Your Steve, not Steve, or my Steve.
Oh, my Steve. No, don't be silly. He's I've already heard him going
Too many Steves.
I've already heard him go into Lyra's best room and because she was crying, even though I'd already read her story, put her to bed and all that malarkey. But usually, no, he doesn't watch the show. He watched the first one and that was it. But
you have to make him see that bit.
Jasmine,
well, he likes Jasmine stuff.
If you haven't been able to pledge on the crowdfunder, can you order the new underwear as well?
Have we lost her?
Oh, I can't hear
Oh,
you.
we've gone quiet.
Because her picture's frozen.
Oh, I can see.
No, the pictures.
I can see she's moving, but she's.
Are you talking, Jasmine?
We can't hear you, Jasmine.
Give us a thumbs up if you're talking.
But she...
If you log back out and come back in, maybe that might work.
No.
Don't you just hate doing it on phones?
No sound at the minute.
Just sign back out. I can't even see what she's doing. It's just
She's like pretending to
Go to
Jasmine, log out and then log back in again.
That's it, she's gone.
I have to keep turning my camera off every so often because I can see that my thing freezes now and then.
What I ordered was the passionate planner thing that Jenna was on Jenna's post or was on Jenna's thread in the pitching to bloggers. I can't remember what something planner from America, so I treated myself to that, which is a blogger / sort of ostomy related gift.
I was going to get one of those planners. I saw somebody
They look really good
the other day, and I was like, "That's what I need. Something like nice."
What's that?
And
I can't remember the whole name. Is it Passion Planner or something like that? Yay!
I can't remember what it was called.
Can we hear Jasmine now? No.
Oh, Jasmine, check all your volume. Check on your music player. Just make sure everything's up. Because I've had this problem before. If you log out, go on your music player. Make sure the volume's up. Make sure your volume's up on everything on the media. That should sort it out.
Try moving your putting your volume up on your screen.
I think. What about now? What about?
Yeah, that's perfect. You're back in the room.
It's my headphones that aren't working.
Oh.
Yeah, you're back again now.
Oh, good. You can actually hear me
So
now.
Rachel had asked, can you still buy the collections that you had in your crowdfunder?
So my my boyfriend's just tripped the switch and
We can hear you. We can hear you. Carry on talking.
I'm back. What, Liam? What are you doing?
Did we get to say hi to him?
Okay, right. I'm leaving him to it. Hopefully it won't go out again. But I don't. Okay, right. I'm here. I am here. So yes, you can. You can order the stuff. What are you doing?
Hello, Liam.
Yeah, so you can order the stuff, but it's going to be at the full price because obviously it was 50% for the crowdfunder, but on the actual site now it will be its full price.
So are the collections up on the website now?
Not yet, no. I'm currently in the process of doing it. I tried to get loads of product photos done and things like that, but the manufacturer had to keep all the samples that I had, so I haven't got any product photos. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the photos that I've got and then do it that way so that people, because I've had a couple of inquiries about Christmas orders for them, so I need to.
You mean in the Lydia and Sarah pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're amazing pictures.
Yeah. It was such a fun day. It was so much fun. It was nice watching them and laughing at them, because like Lydia was like in the crotch of someone's going, "Can you see my nunny? Don't let me see it." Like we had, and Dan was like trying to be really professional and like taking all these photos. It was all like in next to nothing.
Really hard, bless him. He always tries really hard to be professional, but then I don't know. I always throw out some weird ideas or something. But yeah, so what other gifts are you thinking about getting for Christmas more than anything? Is there anything in particular? Do you know which ones I'm a bit obsessed with at the moment? Those little VIP poo things.
Oh, I like.
They went offered today, Nesta. I noticed.
Yeah,
I
do like them, and also Poo-Pourri. That's the other brand.
I like Happy.
Yeah.
But Steffi told me that VIP kills aquatic life, so it's put me off it a little bit. So I like the berry VIP. That's the only thing. But I think it's amazing. I really like it.
I was like, I tried to find one that was slightly eco-friendly because it says it kills loads of fish. I was like, what?
Happy Flush, I think, is more natural. I'm not sure, but it's the same idea. You like spray it on the water, and they're just more of a smaller company. It's like family based. And they're really lovely, like the people I've dealt with when ordering and stuff. Sent me samples and yeah, and it works really. It's probably the best thing I've found for it so far.
I like the
on, like, Twitter and Facebook and all that. You can find them.
They're on Instagram as well. I like the Jasmine and Gardenia and Jasmine drops from Ostomist.
Yeah.
And I'm also prescribed Colomint, which is peppermint capsules, and I was prescribed them to see if it would help reduce the gas, but I just drink a lot of pop, so that's kind of redundant, but it makes your poo smell like mint. I think so.
Yeah, my mum had.
But actually, when it comes out,
for some.
Yeah, you only need 2. You're supposed to like have, because it's classed as for indigestion, not for indigestion, to reduce bloating and gas. If you're supposed to take 1 to 2 before, like half an hour before each meal, and I take 2 in the morning, and that's me done for the day. And you can get them on prescription, or just peppermint capsules. You might be able to get.
You can get them from like health food shops, can't you?
When you say you take them,
I was going to say Holland Barrett.
Yeah.
When you say you take them, do you actually ingest them, or do you put them in your bag?
No, you ingest them. They're like tablets.
People with IBS have are usually prescribed peppermint capsules. Like generally with people with IBS symptoms, they work quite well. For some people,
they make my poop not smell horrible. So it's good.
Is it kind of like Wendy's? Is it kind of like Wendy's?
I'll send you a pic. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah,
I'll send you a picture.
You should put the links.
I drink a lot of peppermint tea, so I'm kind of sort of similar, but I drink a lot of peppermint tea.
I tried that, but I couldn't stomach it.
Do you know? Oh, I love it.
Wow.
Oh man, I love it.
Just not a herb.
But then,
sort of person.
To be honest,
nah,
nothing really. I don't know. There's certain foods.
It tastes thin. Yeah, but most foods you can't hate you, Jasmine. Like when we had our late night Domino's feast, Domino's and Prosecco feast, and you were just like, "This is gonna hate me," but I love it.
Yeah, I know it does. I can't stop it though. It's like as much as I'm not supposed to eat, I'm like, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah, you got to live your life, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just like, what do I want more, Domino's or a sore stomach? Yeah.
Every now and again, you have to choose pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that some money for Christmas. I know I normally get money off my grandparents and stuff, so I'm putting that towards my tattoo that I'm getting around my back. So that's sort of another.
You're getting one that's going to go round it.
Yeah, I'm going to get. It's like a watercolor image sort of flowers. Sounds really weird, but They're going to go around my bag. There's going to be a purple butterfly coming off for purple wings. And I was hoping to get a quote that I've sort of carried with me for ages since I heard it was, pain is temporary, quitting us forever. I was going to have it along my hip scar where I've had my hip replacement, but because the risk of having to have more surgery on that hip is probable, I don't want them to mess the tattoo up.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to pay for it as well, and then all of a sudden have it like cut out again.
Yeah,
exactly. So
I've already lost one tattoo to surgery, so because where my stoma is, there used to be a star, and you can just see the points off
do you
it.
not find that a bit weird? Did you choose it to go there?
No,
there.
no. I wanted it to go on the other side, but because I obviously
they've put it right in the middle though, and not left the random like bits.
You can still see the points.
Yeah,
You can still see the points. It's really annoying, but I'm getting money for Christmas from my nana to go towards Paris in April. My Christmas and birthday present from Stephen are my flights to Paris. And then I've got little other bits. I'm gifting myself some makeup even though I've got no money. But I don't care because I really want it. And I've still got your makeup, Jasmine, untouched in my makeup box.
Yeah, you can. I think you've commandeered that, haven't you? Now it's now yours. Don't worry.
I haven't used it.
Use it.
It's a really expensive one.
you do like your makeup, Steffi. You did a good makeup over on me in Cardiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Steve
So you
complimented
had to do
it.
the eye.
It's nice
Did.
colours.
Didn't you, Steve? You noticed that she had a
I
different
did,
look
yeah,
on.
yeah. Have you noticed I've shut up because you're talking about makeup?
Oh, but you love a bit of makeup, Steve. You love it.
No, just a little bit of blusher and that's it. That's me. To get rid of my deathly paleness.
Meatballs.
What are you,
Random.
what are you wanting for
Wow.
Christmas, Steve?
You know what?
Meatballs.
I use that during the bloopers show that'll be on.
Yeah.
Meatballs.
Yeah. Meatballs. Just. Oh dear.
What do you want for Christmas, Steve?
What do I want for Christmas?
Don't say
Right
Rachel.
then. Where do I start?
That
No. You know what? I want to get a tattoo as well done for Christmas. I want a big chunk of writing above my chest. On my
He's
chest.
having my name on his chest.
No, not. Absolutely
I'd end
not.
it if you did. I would end it.
No, I want something meaningful. I found that the font that I want, but it's just finding the right words now and get it done. I don't.
You want about a tattoo?
Yeah. And then it'll encourage me to train harder so that I don't look like a little Buddha and get the check. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure yet what. To be fair, I've got everything I need in life. You know what I mean? It's not all about material things, is it?
That Stellara before Christmas. That would be a good Christmas present. To be slightly less pain-free with this flare.
Are you flaring at the moment?
Not my IBD, it's my arthritis more than anything.
Oh no.
Yeah. That'd be good.
What do you want for Christmas, Jasmine? And make sure Liam can hear you.
I'd say
Meatballs.
I think Liam's been taking notes. I think all day because we've been Christmas shopping all day today whilst my car was being fixed. So I was like, "Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that." Mine's more sort of like things that I want more than I need, if you know what I mean. Things that I wouldn't necessarily splurge out on myself, but think, oh yeah, well, if it's a gift, then it's okay, kind of thing. So it's like some makeup. I need some new pair of jeans. You know, the Joni high-waisted ones that are really like comfy around your bag. I love those.
I can't get away with high-waisted. It just makes my lower stomach just look huge.
Does it? What, even the support ones? Like, I'm currently wearing their black high-waisted. They're called extra support ones. And I find that they literally just like hold on really well.
No, I look swollen. I look like there's something wrong. So I just don't wear them.
What do you wear then? Low cut ones?
Yeah. I just wear the same ones I wore before. I just stick my bag out and then put like I did at the ball. I just wear my
when you put
vest over the
the
top.
waistband.
I can't. No. I wear a vest. So I have my jeans and then my bag and then a vest and then like whatever top.
Like the Comfort ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I
suppose that's a good way of doing it.
I like high-waisted jeans. Like, so I go through stages of if the prolapse is bad, then I won't wear them. But if it's not too bad, then I'll wear the high-waisted jeans. I do. I think that I just feel they're comfier. They look better on my arse because otherwise they look baggy.
Yeah.
So that's why I quite like. I don't have much of an arse, so I like the high-waisted bit.
I tried a new.
Careful what you say.
And they literally they weren't quite high enough, and the way the waistband cut across was just right at the top of my stoma, and I was so uncomfortable all day. And I was like, no, these just aren't going to work.
Which ones? The Joni ones?
No, these were from Asda. I got just a pair of black skinny high-waisted jeans, but they just weren't.
Yeah,
because
I've tried like I've gone through like all the different companies to try and find which ones. Although like these Topshop ones, I must say I get through about like 4 pairs a year because I wear them so often and they wear out quite quickly, which is annoying as anything. But I find them really, really good. So they're one of those things.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I always have jeggings rather than jeans.
Yeah.
I get them.
So where is everyone's stoma situated then? Because mine is quite high. My stoma is literally probably in line with belly button, which means that the bag comes like an inch above that. So putting anything in jeans for me is impossible. It's always going to be over the jeans with the top over the top. What about you guys?
Mine's high right, in line with my belly button.
Mine's about an inch below the belly button on the right.
Yeah, mine's about an inch.
Rachel's looking.
I'm currently measuring mine.
I know. I was just had to look.
Actually,
I was just looking. I was like, oh, hello.
I think bent down. Both stomas are pretty much in line with my belly button. Quite high, just a tiny bit below.
Which is, but Rachel's got very high hips. They're under her armpits, they're that high.
I've got quite long legs, but I got a really short body, so it'll look out of proportion.
I'm sure you don't look out of proportion.
Oh dear.
Ryan's put a question up, and he says, "Are the men's pants not out yet?" You said no, didn't you? I think.
Yeah, no, they're not out yet. They will be out hopefully the beginning of next year, and they'll come in a pack of 2, a pack of 4, and singly as well. I'm going to be doing plain colours and then one patterned as well.
It looks awesome. Is it the design that you put up on the crowd page?
Yeah. So they were the initial designs. I've actually got physical samples, but those ones they still need to be tweaked. So I'm just keep on going with it, and hopefully they'll then fit perfectly and do the right thing for the guys more than anything. Because I want guys to have something there, and it's kind of they're going to JSC on a branded kind of elastic, which is to make it a little bit more sort of edgy rather than just playing. Yeah,
you never talk about guys wanting to be like feel sexy, but I suppose it's like feeling nice as well, like some nice underwear. Like you don't really talk about nice underwear for guys, you do with women. So I think it's really good. I like,
but guys do like take quite a lot of pride in what they wear underneath. I mean, because I know some of them spend loads of money on it. And it's just, I suppose it depends. If it helps your confidence, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're going to be intimate enough, so they've got buttons on the front, but the pocket inside is double lined, so all you can see is the same fabric. So if you decide to have sex, you can leave them on.
Yeah.
Which is the main thing. Yeah.
So it's your version of a crotchless.
Yeah, it is for men. Yes.
Brilliant.
Essentially. Yeah, I'm always thinking about.
What's getting hot in here?
Yeah, you're always thinking about rude stuff, you.
Yeah, I know. I've got to make it, good for everyone, right?
So can I ask a question, Jasmine? What got you first into wanting to actually start your own company, underwear company?
For me,
Good question.
It was part of my recovery process, I think, more than anything. I found that everything that I got given with regards to sort of the leaflets and all the information and stuff just made me feel so flat and low and horrible. And I remember I wanted something to make me feel better, and I always liked underwear before. I went to Marks and Spencer's. I remember it very, very well. And I looked at the full brief section. I just cried. I remember it really, really well. I just cried for ages. I had to leave the shops. I was just like, right, okay. So I went home and I just started drawing. I was just drawing, just fiddling around, just toying with the idea, just seeing what would happen. I was Googling everything, like seeing if there was anything around. I found some pants which were kind of like the most beautiful pants I'd ever seen. They were 375 quid though. And I was like, well, I'm not exactly going to be able to buy a pair of pants for that.
Have you always been into designing it, or was that a new thing?
I've always been into art. I did art as an A-level, and I kind of just draw anyway. I doodle all the time. So I just kind of used that and did a short course at London College of Fashion on how to design the underwear.
Oh,
so
wow.
I kind of had the basis of how to know where to put it in the structure of it. And then I used to dismantle bras and then see how each bit was made and all the components, and then kind of work.
So it was a definite plan from an early time then, wasn't it?
It was as soon as I left hospital, yeah. I literally was like, I need to do this.
That was lucky.
I remember it quite vividly, really. I was just like, I need to do this. I was on my year out of nursing as well, and then I continued it once I went back to nursing as well after my surgery.
Okay. A nice one. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. It's always a learning curve, though.
What have you got? What would you like for your brand in the future?
I would love to see it in department stores more than anything.
That would be amazing.
I would love it to be accessible to the fact that, you know, you don't feel like you have to be specialised and go to a site. You can kind of have your needs met by larger companies as well. Because it's only just recently that mastectomies, mastectomy bras and stuff like that, they've only just come into like M&S and things like that, and all those kind of things are only just recently being sort of accepted. I'd love it to just be sort of the normal.
You don't have to have
so is your underwear, that's what I was just about to ask, is your underwear like obviously it's designed for the ostomate, but obviously can be worn by anyone?
Yeah, so the whole thing with my underwear more than anything is that I've had a lot of people who don't even have bags who've bought it. Some women who just have stretch marks, or some of them say mum tums and things like that. They just say that they want just more support and just to give them confidence again. So as if it caters for ostomies, it caters for a larger group of people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that although high-waisted underwear has become fashionable, I still find that some of the little tweaks in it just don't quite work. So, like shapewear, like some of the beautiful shapewear is really, really nice. It's really attractive and it's great, but some of the support is just too firm because it makes
too strong.
Makes my bag pop. And literally it was a disaster when I wore it. Literally I was like, oh God, it was like leaking everywhere. So it's kind of like a light support more than anything. But yeah, I'd love that to happen. And also, but if not, if it does stay online or anything, I'd just like it to be known by everyone as well, so that you don't feel alone more than anything.
If I went into Marks and Spencer's, Jasmine, and I saw your underwear, I would feel so incredibly proud. Like, oh my God, she's made it into the shop. You're wicked. I know her.
Yeah, I'd love it. Even just to design like with them, or in collaboration or something. Not necessarily for them, because they don't really stock brands, unlike like John Lewis or people would stock it. But if I just did a collaboration with something, just to kind of do an inclusive design, it'd be awesome. Just something like that would be.
That'd be really good.
It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I would love it.
Just awareness to the whole ostomy thing as well, isn't it? Getting it in a shop like M&S. Like so many people would see it and be like, wow, like.
Yeah. It's just a thing as well about invisible illnesses more than anything. It's just, although whenever you go into sort of high street shops and things like that, a lot of it does cater, although they have the odd one or two, say high-waisted, that are slightly you know, out there, all of it's mostly low briefs, and they just don't. Well, for me personally, I can't wear them. My bag doesn't feel supported. I feel like it's just going to flop around everywhere. It makes more rustle noises. So just for me, it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't work out. And there's so many pretty bras and matching pants, and I can't wear them.
Sometimes
That's why I like the fact that yours come with bras. Sorry, Rachel.
No, it's okay. Carry on. No, it's all right.
No, it was just I like the fact that they come with bras. That's it.
Yeah.
You go.
I've forgotten what I was going to say.
I used to be a nightmare for
Sorry.
stuff, literally. I used to always wear. I still now, if I don't have a matching colour, it will still annoy me. I think it's because my nan used to say, "Well, what if you get caught out and you have to be cut out by a handsome man and you're not wearing matching underwear? Wouldn't it be awful?"
Yeah.
She used to say to me, "Well, you always need matching underwear, dear." And she used to have all the colours lined up in her drawers of like all the different coloured underwear. So I think I got it from her.
I remember what I was going to say. Right, so with high-waisted underwear, it's very much people think of it as vintage, and I think it'd be nice to kind of bring it more into like modern. Like, do you know, they think high-waisted, you think vintage design, like 50s, 40s, 50s high-waisted underwear. Yeah. It's nice to actually bring it as like not just vintage, but as like new modern. And does that make sense? What I'm saying?
No, it definitely does. Yeah, a lot of it's seen as like retro or doing some kind of
like
pin-up style, when actually it's more of a. I think that a lot of different brands that were actually bringing them in as kind of like part of. I know some really sort of like La Perla, if you've ever heard of it. They're extremely expensive, but they're like kind of like industry leaders with like designs and stuff. And this other company called ID Sari. If you Google those two companies and then their high-waisted underwear, you'll see some amazing designs. Literally,
we might do that.
They are beautiful. That's where the pants, like the first pants that I saw, which were 325 quid, I was like,
If you won the lottery, sort of pants.
Yeah, right. Imagine wearing £325 worth of pants. I'd be like, what was going on? I'd be like, my bum's covered in gold.
The thing is, you wouldn't want to cover them up, would you?
No, you wouldn't. You go out.
You parade around in roller boots.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it's like I like the fact that Lydia was going to wear the Ravine with some jeans and go out, and like I'd said to Stephen,
the Ravine?
The bodysuit.
Oh, it's lovely.
Okay.
She has worn it out with jeans.
Yeah, Stephen won't let me. I was like, oh, I'll do that. He's like, no, you're really not. He's like, you're really not. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh no, why not? Because another girl that I know as well, she sent me a couple of photos. She wore it on holiday with a black flowing skirt.
She looked beautiful.
It looked really nice.
Yeah, she did
really,
look
really nice.
Because my boobs are too big, and I'm not allowed to look like you can see anything. Because I'm his and I'm and some other crap like that. It sounds a bit controlling, but it's supposed to be out of a nice kind of loving way.
I'm literally just being like, a man tell you what to wear. And also,
I asked on Twitter.
Surely it's a case of being like, you look amazing, not cover up.
No, it's I don't want other people looking at you. I want to just be the person to look at you, sort of thing.
At your boobs, about, isn't he?
Yeah. You've met him. Well, Natalie could have met him, but she didn't. But like, you've all met him, except Rachel, you haven't, have you?
I haven't. No. I will one day.
Steve and Jasmine have.
I met him 2 times.
We was in the same room. We must have been at the ball.
Yeah, we were in the same room.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would have been the second one, or third one.
It was the second, wasn't it? Because the third one was this year.
No, that's the fourth one.
No, yeah, I thought it was the fourth one this year.
Was it?
The fourth one this year, because there was 2 in a previous. The first ever one I didn't go to. The second one was in another hotel. That was the first one I ever went to, and then I've been to 3 now.
So they've only had 2 at Copthorne then?
Yeah, they've had 2 at Copthorne.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 that I've been to.
Yeah. The other one, I can't remember where it was. It was still in Birmingham, but it was at a different hotel. It was a much smaller room, if I remember rightly, and it had like a top little thing. Were you there, Natalie, at that one?
No.
Yeah, it was a lot smaller then, and then now it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger, which is awesome.
Yeah, it needs to keep getting as big as possible.
It does.
Because it's
It does
helping so many
indeed.
people.
And it's so needed. It's one of those overlooked aspects. And I think that psychologically and mentally, I think stoma surgery and sort of the body disfiguration kind of part of it is overlooked quite a lot.
Well, I didn't think I needed one because I adjusted to my surgery really well. And then when Lauren drove up, I thought she was driving up just to tell me she wanted me to do the social media and like have lunch and meet Jacob. And then she handed me over a hotel gift card, which is what we paid for our hotel with in Paris. And like I cried. I just started crying because I didn't realise that I did kind of need it. Because you
That's nice.
And I think Steve's the same. He kind of just thinks, oh well, I'm coping. I'm dealing with it better than a lot of people can be. So I'm fine. I don't need any. Yeah.
I remember seeing the actual the ladies' calendar, which obviously Jasmine was in, along with all the other girls, and it blew me away just to see that amount of women didn't give a shit. This is me in my pants. Got a bag out. You know what I mean? That was
trust me, I did give a shit when it was actually happening.
Oh, I heard all the stories. I heard about all the tears, and the amount of makeup. See us lads, we got there, yeah. we shook everyone's hands. We had a bit of banter, and then
all right, mate.
that was straight into it. You know, but there was no makeup. It was like
no. But how many of you? I know some of you lads that did it, and there was a lot of I best get to the gym beforehand, and I need to.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But you know what? Every single one of us had our best pants on, and in the end, she chose to do it in our jeans. So we all had just the tops of it.
And then she was like, "No, jeans."
Just the tops of our pants were showing on all of them. Everyone's making sure you can see the diesel.
And Steve's on the chat. He says, "You got there, shook hands, and just took his kit off."
It was funny. It was funny because you're trying to do your moodiest look, and you got someone shouting, "Get your cooker!" It was just hilarious. It's proper lads banter.
Jasmine, you're so well spoken. It's a good job I'm not on the show tonight, as I feel well scruffy with my Yorkshire accent. We were just saying that before we went live.
What the hell are you on about, Steve? Yorkshire accents are amazing. Wind your neck in, love.
I don't get it though, because I don't think I sound that posh, but I suppose maybe on, I don't know.
You have one of those
sexy you're still very posh
voices. Yeah.
Oh,
well, talking about Purple Wings, I had the grant of wings that was for Jasmine's the Goliath underwear.
Yes.
And I didn't realise how much I really needed it, because I think my prolapse really affects me, and I go through stages where it doesn't, and I'm okay now there's no surgery, and I get on with it. But sometimes when it's out and it's massive, I do feel less sexy. But since having it, I've kind of, Steve's seen a different me. I think it has given me a lot more confidence. It has helped.
Without doubt, without shadow of a doubt.
And he loves your knickers as well.
Woo! Knickers.
Yes, I have said it on the show.
Sex with knickers. Woo!
Oh dear.
Oh, everyone, I'm gonna have to go because literally my dinner is done.
Okay.
Get your partner to cook dinner.
Lovely to meet you again, Jasmine.
Cooked me dinner.
Yeah, it was lovely. I really like this little. It's really confusing, and I find it really odd that people can see us right now. Hello, everyone.
Enjoy your food. Thanks for coming on.
I'm having meatballs.
See you later. Take care.
You can
meatballs.
You can always come on another time if you want.
No, it sounds good. Yeah, we'll do.
Always welcome.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I was going to say, I put a thing out on social media asking what people wanted.
I just keep getting. Sorry, I just keep getting someone's knee on the screen. What's all that about?
Oh, it's mine. Sorry.
I've just had a really funny message from Graham. Does Steve wear your knickers, lol? I don't think I explained that very well.
No, you didn't, did you?
Yeah,
leave it there, girl. Leave it there.
You rolled out a question.
I'm a size 12, for God's sake.
I had a couple of answers. Jamie just said he wants his family happy and healthy, which was quite sweet. And Graham said that he wishes everybody a day of no pain, which is lovely, and an Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't sure about all the hype about this Amazon Echo, but actually I've heard you can do all sorts of like control your heating with it.
They're funny.
I think it sounds great.
Weren't they on the news? Weren't they on the radio this week about how? I wish Stephen was okay now, because Stephen said it was on the radio.
My middle lad's got an Amazon Dot. Now you ask it questions, and and the little one is asking it, how do I get rid of a body? And of course, it's not going to tell you. Same as though it's not going to tell you how to make explosives and things like that. But there's questions as to what questions that you may ask, and then the FBI will be listening into you. Certain code words and things like that. But I think it's different if like an 8-year-old's asking.
Do you remember there was a search engine years ago called Ask Jeeves?
Yes.
Right. If you typed in a question, it would give you. Does it still exist?
I think. Do you know what? I think it. Okay. Well, when I came across it last year, because my dad used to use Ask Jeeves, I'm sure it's still there.
Because
I think it is.
My little brother used to put "Why you gay?" and stuff because obviously he was 10 or something, and it would then come up with how to tell your parents you're gay. And similar questions, but I have a feeling that any search engine now, due to all the terrorist things, have to have certain keywords, because that's how our blogs are recognized, is by Google, is by keywords. So I think certain keywords and certain sequences alert.
It's all these face things on different filters. You can have a cat face. You can have all these different filters. They're all FBI based.
They're not, Steve.
Yeah, they really are.
We've had this conversation before. They're not. On Facebook, I'm using the filters.
No, they really are. Yeah, I'll show you afterwards. Okay, they're like the science they use behind it recognizes facial features. It's not connected to FBI, but it's what I'm trying to say. It's the science behind it. So it kind of, it wraps around your face. You move, it moves with you. It's all based on that. So of course, you're not going to dress up as a cat,
because
and they're not going to be filming you. The FBI.
But they use the same sort of technology.
There's multi-million-pound science behind it. Rachel just hasn't understood, I think.
It's the SD cards for phones. They were created by the British military and then sold off to China and stuff. And that's when they got put in the Samsung TVs and all the fancy pants stuff. And then they got released to the public. I only know that because Stephen told me that this week.
It must be true, crazy. Because if Stephen says something, it's true.
No, don't, because I tell him all the time that Stevens are useless.
Facts.
Steve says that Steffi, your accent's fine. It's his that's awful.
That's because I'm North Yorkshire.
Guess
and
what?
Fresh purple Calvins and didn't even have to wear that. Well, I assume he had them on under his jeans, but he didn't need to wear them for the calendar.
I never realised how big Yorkshire was. When I was doing that map, I didn't realise Kent was all the way that way, east. I thought it was near Portsmouth, and then I didn't realise Yorkshire was huge.
Yeah, Yorkshire.
Half the side of Wales. I know, it's massive. So my geography's crap, but I could blame that because I'm Welsh. So
what's really weird is my mum and I we were looking up some stuff to do with because my postcode comes up Cleveland, and Cleveland was removed as a county back in the 90s, and
in that America.
But Middlesbrough, no, Cleveland, it's there's a sign up the road from me that says Retro Cleveland. Breathe, Steve, breathe. And then,
Oh dear.
and Rich, did you know there's a Washington up the road from me as well?
Is it really?
Not
Oh my God.
America. Not America.
America.
And, but Middlesbrough is classed as North Yorkshire. It's classed as because it's not
And
classed.
Birmingham has a Hollywood. Just to let you know.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Well,
But we haven't got the big
up the
sign.
road, up the road from my mum, there's Richmond, and there's a few Richmonds in America as well.
Well, some more news that Graham would like to. Graham said, "I've just asked Jeeves how to change a stoma bag. It's called ask.com now. Lots of options to choose from."
Oh.
Ask.com.
Ask.com.
I wonder what the different options are. How to change one.
Graham's just said there's a New York up there as well, because I know Washington's near Sunderland, I think.
But they were the original names in. Okay, I'm asking a dumb Rachel question again. Ignore that.
Yes, because
Right,
like
move it away.
Germans, British, and Dutch moved over to America, and they like used their local names.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I thought, you're just showing I'm dumb. I'm not really dumb. I'm just a little bit dumb sometimes.
You're just blonde, Rich.
No,
Very
I'm
tiny
not.
blonde person. I know you're brunette, really.
Talking of geography though, and the Amazon Echo thing, my youngest is obsessed with capital cities. So he asks Alexa, isn't it, what the capital city of England is.
Oh.
He's learnt like absolutely tons. So then he'll test me in the car and he'll be asking me them. He was like, what's the capital of Cornwall? And I was like, well, Cornwall doesn't have a capital. It's part of England. Yeah, well.
Isn't it Truro?
Yes.
Yeah, Truro.
I've had to try and explain the difference between a capital and I said it's just that Truro is the biggest city in
It's
Cornwall.
classed as a county town because where I'm from is the county town in North Yorkshire.
Right. So I'll tell him that. But because Alexa says so, he believes that she is right. So now I've got a 6-year-old actually, he's just his birthday, that's weird, who believes that the capital of Cornwall is same as Reykjavik.
It kind of is though, because I mean everyone thinks York is for North Yorkshire, but York's technically not in North Yorkshire. But because it's just on the border, it's classed as like part of North Yorkshire, but it's actually not. Like the same with the Middlesbrough thing, because where I am, I'm between two hospitals that are part of the same trust. So colorectal, I go to Northallerton. Anything else, I get sent to Middlesbrough. Does anyone else have a border of two hospitals?
I was I know I got the choice when I used to live in Essex. When I was first down there, I could choose between Basildon and Southend because where I lived, the sort of town was in the middle of the two.
Did you live in Basildon?
No, Rayleigh.
Like my friends were from Basildon.
I'm like it's halfway between sort of Southend and Basildon. At the time, the Basildon had been pulled through. The hospital had been pulled through quite a lot. There'd been quite a few problems and stuff. So I opted for Southend, which was fine for me. They were fine. And it worked out quite well because I ended up having 2 babies there, and I know the maternity part of the Basildon Hospital isn't the greatest, or wasn't at the time. I know there've been some problems. So, but no, here I know my friend who lives down south. She has her GP is in one county and her hospital is in another, and that causes great problems because if a blood test's ordered by one of them, if a GP orders a blood test, you can't go to the hospital to have it, and the GP won't get the results, and it's all really difficult.
Wow.
Graham said he goes between Newcastle and Northumbria because he lives right on the border. Because I know my mum's just messaged me saying there's a place in America called Middlesbrough as well.
Oh wow.
But like there's if you live in the north of England or the northeast of England, you get the choice of going to the LGI or Freeman. because they're the two like big bowel speciality hospitals in our area. Because I've been to Leeds, I got sent to Leeds just after they diagnosed me, and one of my other friends, Louise, who also has Crohn's, goes to the Freemans. In fact, the consultant that I was slightly in love with before my first surgery is in the Freemans, or he was. That's where I think he went to. But I don't know. I thought it was beautiful, and he still couldn't get me to take my medication properly.
Slightly in love with. Oh
yeah, I definitely was. He was definitely better looking than the guy I was going out with at the time.
Oh, Steffi. I know, but don't you find that some of the junior doctors, they look so young at the bill? When I was in A&E with the sepsis this time, I was really poorly, and I was just going, oh, you're Welsh, and all I was fixated on, he was trying to get my medical history, and I was going, where in Wales are you from? Oh, where did you go to Cowbridge School? And he's like trying to get my history, and I just was not with it. But they look really young, like the junior doctors look so young. They're all like quite pretty boy looking, and just really not my type.
Admitting that makes you feel
I don't mean that to sound like a bitch. Oops.
Yeah, but they are now, aren't they? Because they're like 27.
Sorry,
or
Nat.
something.
They are younger than us.
They are younger than us now. We have now hit the old person age.
Oh God.
That's it.
Nat, what were you saying? What were you saying before I interrupted? Sorry.
It's all right. I was just going to mention as well, to remind people, it is Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week starting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. 1st to the 7th, isn't it?
1st to the 7th, yeah. So
yeah, I've had all my memories, pictures come through on Facebook.
Oh.
So yeah.
So no need to do them again. Just dig them out and put them on.
Yeah, that's what I did.
No beard.
Right. Can we get away with this? Yeah, get your photos out there, get your stories out there, share other people's stories, just help raise awareness.
Because the more you share your story or other people's stories, the more medical people are going to be able to see it, and the better care we're going to get, and people in the future are going to get. Because how are they going to learn from their mistakes if they're not talked about, or how are they going to improve, create standards from the already, because some of the care I've had has been impeccable. People need to know about that. Good grief, the snow's proper whacking out at the window now.
That's a really good idea, and I think when it comes to rare diseases week and UK and day, the same thing should happen with rare diseases as well, because mine is autonomic neuropathy, but it's also an autoimmune, which is what colitis and Crohn's is, isn't it? It all it comes under a similar umbrella. Although Crohn's and colitis isn't rare, but it's still unknown. There's still assumptions and judgments in the medical profession about Crohn's and colitis.
Oh, it's just a pooing disease. It really isn't just a pooing disease.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's
guys, it's not rare at all, is it? But to your average public, if you was to grab, I don't know, 100 people out of any part of the country and ask them 100 people, I wonder what the statistics of people who would know what colitis was.
But it's not so much the general public. I think it's the healthcare professionals. As I keep going on and on about when I'm admitted into hospital and they don't know what a urostomy is and they think it's a catheter, and I've got to tell these medically trained nurses and doctors that it isn't. And a similar thing with Crohn's and colitis is with the stoma bags. There's still, in this day and age, 2017, nearly 2018, there's still a lack of knowledge with stomas and a lack of knowledge of Crohn's and colitis and IBD. It's very frustrating, and I think it's trying to get the barrier now. How do you hit the people that are already working in the profession?
Mm-hmm. I don't think that people in A&E or other acute emergency departments need to know
and stuff.
I don't think they need to know, because they do such a wide variety. But I think that definitely on surgical wards, I think it's appalling if people on a surgical ward didn't know. The surgical ward that I go to at the Friars is amazing.
No, you need to. need to know. A lot of people with Crohn's colitis end up going to AMU, not surgical.
Some knowledge of it, I think, because it's something that you're constantly presented with. The amount of people every day I see that are hitting A&E.
It'll be in your, if it's in your file.
I found that when I was in A&E. They was going on about IBS.
Yeah.
They have a database. They should be able to just Google it if they're not quite sure. But that's what they have registered for up on the wards and the junior doctors. It's like you'd probably get transferred to medical. Like in my hospital, you'd get transferred to medical, and then they decide. So it's like CDU, and it used to be MAU, and then you get moved to surgical if you needed to be on surgical. Like, I'm lucky the staff at my A&E know me. So they'd literally just go, and like the doctor on call used to be, I used to be quite close to as a friend, and he literally, because he was there for me like emotionally when I was in a lot of pain, he'd see my name and he'd just be like, yeah, straight down to Allerton Ward. Boom. I'd be in A&E for like 20 minutes, and then I'd be moved to another ward.
That's
So
exactly
we have a very small hospital.
See, that's exactly where I'm like I go into A&E, I'll go straight on to majors. Even if I just turn up and I don't get an ambulance, they see me and they just know straight away. All I've got to say is that I think I'm septic. I'll go straight in and I go into majors. And then as soon as I'm on majors, this time I went to AMU into the medical ward because I thought that they would actually help, and I got transferred to surgical anyway, but I usually go up to surgical. Like, I found medical, this time around I had a big problem in medical. They just had no idea at all, AMU, about the catheter. Lots of nurses didn't come see me because they were worried, didn't hook me up in time with the sepsis protocol, and there was just some complications. But generally Bournemouth Hospital's really good, and I can't say a negative word about them.
Well, I had a real problem when I got admitted in February. I got to the point and I knew I was just ill enough. I was like, I need to go to hospital, but I really, really hate going to A&E. So I did the whole phone 111 thing and couldn't get in with my GP. Phone 111, and they were like, oh, we'll get you an appointment with the out of hours. So went to the out of hours. Well, the nurse there was hideous. And she was just like, well, what do you expect me to do about it? And I was like, well, to be honest, I think I need to be in A&E. But I said I wanted to follow the sort of line and check things. And she said, oh, I suppose I can take a wee sample. And then all of a sudden she came back really nice and she was like, oh, your wee's got blood in it and it's got, my ketones have gone back up again. Obviously, my body was going funny. And then she was a bit more nicey. Still just sent me to A&E, didn't send any of my information on. So when I turned up to A&E, it was of no use because they basically just had to start again because they had no what's it. But
yeah, I think it's for your less type things, you know. You kind of know if you've got to be in A&E, really, you know.
Yeah, and I was trying to what's it, and the thing is, I knew where I was going to end up. I knew it was time to be admitted, and I knew how ill I was, but yeah, this nurse just wasn't very helpful at all, and I just felt really fobbed off and sort of upset. I was so ill, I couldn't really do anything to respond to her because I was just barely sort of standing up. But yeah, I do think, like you say, they can't know everything, but I do think they need to have more awareness of these things. And I've been asked questions like, oh, well, how many times have you been to the toilet today? And I'm like, well, I've got a stoma. And they're just like, so
infuriating.
All day.
That's
the more I'm in hospital, the more I go into hospital, the more frustrated I get, and the more time I come out, and I just think it's the same questions. Like when you go through OBS and they say to me like, I'm gonna empty your catheter. I was like, I don't have a catheter. It's called a night bag. You're emptying my night bag. You're emptying patients' night bags. You're not emptying the catheter. The catheter's attached to a night bag. You're emptying the night bags. But when you go in, they say that I'm going to empty your catheter, and it's frustrating because if there's other patients that are with it, they've had their bladder removed, they get confused, and it's like terminology. Just getting the terminology right. Sorry, it's a little bugbear of mine.
The staff at the ward that I go on to, they despise having to do like the it's part of doing the OBS. They've got to ask like how formed your stool is on a like range of 1 to 10, and they just look at me like, I have to ask this, but I know you've got a stoma. And it's like, it annoys them a lot because we've got quite a lot of colorectal patients that go, and like hernia patients and things like that. And a lot of these people, they're like, well, what do you want me to say? And they're like, well, we don't know, but we need to put something down.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think one of the most infuriating things I found about being on gastro wards is when you're lumped in with alcoholics and things. I know they have their problems and need treating, but I do think it should be separate to people that have medical conditions, if that makes sense.
yeah.
I've had drug addicts. I've been on wards with drug addicts. I've been on wards with alcoholics. I've had to have people sitting in my bay all night to watch people because they could go crazy. There was one lady I was on a ward with, had to have two permanent security guards outside her room at all times. She'd been moved to a side room, but they still had to stay there. But she was stealing things, going completely crazy, stripping off, running around the ward, and it's like I say, I know they have a problem and it needs treating, whatever they've got wrong with them, but that needs separating because that whole is...
It's quite hard though. I understand what you're saying, that I do, but I think there's so many addicts, especially in Bournemouth, that they can't separate them now. They have to mix them.
Well, no,
there's too many.
It's just as a bed comes available, isn't it? And that's
the
problem. But I think sometimes some of the people that are on Steve's ward, it's just like, oh my God, like, I'm not even going to go into what they're doing, but like, it's just wrong.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's time to wrap up.
It's a tough one.
Now.
Everyone deserves. Yeah.
This is it. They deserve the treatment and they need the help. It's just.
It is. It's exactly the same as like your fireman, isn't it? Putting out fires that have been created on purpose. You know, it's exactly the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think
it's time to wrap up.
I have a feeling next week we're winging it.
Be nice to people out there and yourselves. Right.
I thought we had Nat, wasn't you? We coming up with something next week?
I haven't come up with anything yet.
Oh, that's okay.
We're going Christmas themed, and I think my idea for Christmas karaoke was poo-pooed, but but no, it will be something Christmassy, and I will do the posts and stuff to let you know what we're gonna do. Okay, cool. A bit of fun.
Okay. Right. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.